let's get into a kind of fun story. I mean, what is a pitch if not a negotiation as well? Mm-hmm. And we're going to talk about kind of failed pitch here. So the director of the upcoming Bikeriders, Jeff Nichols, pitched a very 90s style Aquaman movie to the studios, and even he didn't think that it was something feasible. Mm-hmm. He talked about how it would not be made. Now, this is also from over on IndieWire. He says, I still have scenes from Aquaman in my head that would have been good. They would have been quite different from the film that was made. It wasn't even feasible. I liked the older Aquaman, like when he had a harpoon for a hand. He was a fallen king, and his son had died. He was in mourning. Obviously, from this brief pitch, you can see it would have sold hundreds of dollars worth of tickets. And I love that he takes the Mickey out of his own thing here.
Yeah.
And he goes on to talk about how it was fun to kind of noodle and posture on some of these things. But I gotta say, too, are you guys familiar with that kind of 90s style
Not that
Aquaman?
This was all new to me, and I'm like, I don't know if I like that.
Man.
But okay.
So I got introduced to this version late in the game because when you watch some of the Justice League cartoons, he's got the harpoon hand.
Oh, yeah, I always wondered what that was about.
So this came about in like 94 Aquaman issue number 2. And so basically he's in this skirmish with this piranha man. It's Cryptus, but not the actual Greek monster, because that's a female whirlpool. This is a piranha dude. And his hand gets shoved into a piranha pit, essentially, and his hand is gnawed off, and he loses connection with talking to animals, too, at that time. It's a pretty dark storyline. And throughout the years, he's kind of had, he had a kind of nanotech hand at one point, and then he gets a magical water hand at another point. But it was this kind of, darker, gritty DC kind of thing of the handless Aquaman with his facial hair and his harpoon hand and
Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Mint Mobile. Signing your life away to a big wireless provider is kind of like being trapped on a roller coaster from hell. Sure, it looks like fun at first. They probably even threw in a free phone, but now you can't get off. Month after month of insane bills and unexpected thrills, like overages and surprise fees. If that sounds like your current big wireless plan, it's time to get off the ride with Mint Mobile. For a limited time, wireless plans from Mint Mobile are just $15 a month. That's unlimited talk, text, and data for just $15 a month. You guys know before I came to Mint Mobile, I was paying triple what I am paying now on the standard big wireless plan, and I will never go back. All plans come with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts. To get your new unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped right to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea.
So would that have been something you guys would have watched?
The thing that interests me about that,
as in Elseworld, yes.
Yeah.
But not, go ahead.
Yeah. The thing that interests me about an angle like that is, for some reason, I want to go back to superheroes that are vulnerable, that can get hurt, that don't seem indestructible. I mean, maybe seeing Jason Momoa in a role where he's actually bleeding at from his mouth because he's just gotten beaten up, but yet he still talks to fish and is able to overcome obstacles that regular people can. That seems more appealing to me than even though I love the first Aquaman, it seemed so fantastic, which is great. I mean, but a part of me wants to see a more realist take on all of our superheroes, maybe in general, like an Aquaman who could get his hand bitten off by fish, which he's supposed to be able to talk to.
Yeah,
it's really cool. I mean, it may not go on the big screen. This man they might need to open a new channel like the Lifetime channel for these sort of
this
one
week on
takes.
Lifetime,
but you know
Arthur,
what? I'd
King
be
of
down
the
to
Sea,
see
gets
it.
his hand gnawed off by a piranha.
Just because Jason Momoa, we've never seen him in any situation where we felt he's gonna lose. He's not gonna.
Well, you gotta watch some more Game of Thrones, buddy.
Oh, really? I haven't seen it. Okay, well.
Yeah.
But I think that's a great point, though, too, because we have all these superheroes now who, sure, they have super strength and they have heightened strength and all of that, but not all of them are invulnerable.
Right.
But it does feel that way in a lot of these movies of everyone can deflect bullets or blades or whatever.
Yeah. It does kind of remind me of the Edgar Wright situation with Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Now, in that case, it was written and probably ready to go. But by the time they had gotten to it, it was like the MCU was already the steamroller had started.
Yep. Yeah.
And they're like, this would not fit in our greater picture, right? With this situation with Aquaman, it was a pitch.
Yeah.
But it does seem like that's kind of situation like this won't work in our DCEU. How would it have? Because the way things lined up. You know what I mean?
I'm going to be a little mean. What has worked?
No, but I'm just saying, like, they would have had to retool their entire plans just
That's
for this
fair.
one, and they weren't doing at the time the Elseworlds yet, right?
Yeah,
So this
that's a
could
great
have
point.
been an Elseworlds kind of thing.
I could have been
And
super fun Elseworlds.
maybe Gunn likes this idea for an Elseworlds at some point. Who knows?
Maybe.
Let's not forget to mention that this whole interview took place on one of our friends' podcast. What's it called? Happy Confused,
Happy, sad, confused.
Sad Confused. Just I'm just trying to mention them because John always does.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that interview was took place during that podcast, I believe. So that podcast seems to be getting a lot of info out.
And he
Get some good guests.
he mentioned it would be an older Aquaman, so I'm curious who he would have thought in his mind's eye, could have fallen into the realm of
Just
that,
a handless Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
I'd watch the shit out of that movie. Oh my God. I watched that man be Santa with a harmonica. I'd watch him have a harpoon hand. I love that dude.
Yeah.
He's incredible. We'll talk more about him later on in the show.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.